Hi, my name is Andy, and I'm 13 years old. I go to school in Holland West K7, and I have autism. Autism is about social behavior and how well you behave and social language that you've heard in movies and behaviors that you shouldn't do, and sometimes children disobey their parents. Autism affects my friendships because I've only been wanting to sit with the girls, and I've been disrespectful to teachers when they tell me to sit with the boys instead of the girls. I've been wanting to ignore the teachers when they tell me not to sit with the girls, and I've been wanting to ignore them, I've been telling friends to shut up. But I need to be friends with boys and girls, not just girls.
Hi, I'm Josiah. I'm 10 years old. I'm in 4th grade. I go to Calvary Schools of Holland. My brother Andy has autism. Living with Andy is hard because of his autism. He sometimes has meltdowns in the stores, and he obsesses over a lot of stuff, like girls and like VHS tapes.
I'm going to show you all my VHS tapes that I've reorganized. I've done a reorganization, as you can all see. Okay, here's what else we have in the way of VHS tapes. We got Robin Hood, Santa Claus, School Spark, America Walk, which we had this tape for an extremely long time. Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Sun Dwarfs. This one's the original Back to the Future. Can I show you how it works?
I know how it works.
Does it play fine?
I trust you.
Thanks.
You want to make a tape salad, Andy?
No! I'm making one video with my VHS collection reorganization.
Oh, alright.
Tell about how last night was difficult so that we can get an idea of what it's like and how autism affects your life.
Last night, my brother and Andy wanted to go to the electronics section at the store while we were getting stuff for my class. And he got really mad and started throwing himself on the ground, and my dad had to go pick him up, and it embarrassed me so much I just walked away from him.
So, did you feel, you just felt embarrassed?
Yeah.
And you wanted to get away? So that was kind of difficult, huh?
Yeah.
And then instead of just quickly picking out your cards, you had to listen to that and then have to go get your stuff with just one parent instead of two?
Yeah.
My name is Trent. I'm a worship pastor, and I'm Andy's father.
My name is Margie, and I am an educator and work in special education, and I am Andrew's mom. It is challenging. There are times it's very fun, too. We get to experience a lot of different circumstances and situations we would not otherwise. There are times I look at how simply other families are able to take a trip or go to the store, or go to a restaurant, or just go and sit at a movie, or make their plans, or have a babysitter, just going to a ball game, those kind of things. It does impact even how we do those simple outings, but there are also some other fun things about it, things we've learned about ourselves and about just life in general.
I think one of the unique things about our son with autism is that we have somebody in the family who never forgets anything. Any date, anything we've ever done, he remembers, and remembers when we did it. He remembers exactly what we said we were going to do. And so that means we have to be on our toes and remember those things too. For example, if he told us at one point that a video was coming out on a particular day, when that day comes, he's ready to go get it and expects us to already have that in our plans, because he's known that, he's not forgotten that. So there's some unique challenges, but there's some neat fun things that go along with that as well.
Having a brother with autism is definitely challenging. You know, you don't know, he's unpredictable. Any second, he could just go run out in the middle of the street or just do something totally random and stupid that could hurt himself. There's other times when he's just downright hilarious and he does things that are pretty embarrassing, and then he does other things that are just stupid. But then he's a genius. I mean, he can pretty much, if you say, I was born on January 3, 1891, he could tell you what day of the week that was. And it's crazy, just the mass amount of stuff he can do. And he's very musically inclined. He can go on the piano and hear a song for the first time, and he can just pluck it out and play it. And he's like playing it, and it's pretty sweet. And then there's other times when, you know, he just does some pretty embarrassing things. Then another thing with the music, story. We're at VBS a long time ago, and he took these 2 songs, the music from one of our VBS songs, because you know they're just playing it as they're coming in to kind of have some music and going around. So you had that little it's happy, fun, and then there's the song from a Christmas program we did. I think that Christmas, I don't remember. I'm assuming so, but anyways, he just goes and he starts singing the songs to it, singing the lyrics to that Christmas song, and it's hilarious. Just the fact that it fits, and it's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's pretty much it about how having a brother with autism is like.
It's hard to really know how it affects us because that's all we've ever known for the last really 11 years is having a child with autism and raising our children together with one of them being a child with special needs. And so to know how it impacts us, it's really hard to say. It impacts really everything we do, every area of life. Just like having 2 children that are typical affect our family too.
How does it affect our family? As he said, it is kind of difficult to pinpoint because it is so encompassing. I can speak more easily to how it affects me personally, even in a career mode. I finished college with a degree in music with plans to teach and kind of just stay at home, and those were my really only plans. And I have ended up spending my time in special education and advocating for my son's needs in ways that I never planned on doing, and I have knowledge of areas that I never planned to even care about, much less have a deep passion for them. And how does that affect my children? I believe that they have a greater sense of justice and compassion for others, as well as that there are times that they feel frustrated, and we can see it in their faces, and we can see their disappointment with situations and their embarrassment. There's times that we're embarrassed, but at the same time, when you're a family, one of the things you have to do is love and support each other regardless.
I think as well, one of the ways it's affected us is we're a lot more patient with others in their child rearing. Oftentimes you'll see someone in the store or just out in public whose child is really misbehaving. And it's before I had a child with special needs, it was very easy to be judgmental and to make assumptions about that parent or that home. And now that is completely different. And I certainly hope that people give me a measure of grace and don't make judgments of me when my son has struggles in public.
autism has definitely impacted my life. One of the very, very good positive things about it that has influenced my life is it has made me loads more patient with other people. And another thing is when you're going out in public, you know he's gonna have meltdowns, and it's straight up embarrassing. A lot of the times it's you get that courteous glare from people, and then you're just like kind of like, yeah, see you guys, and it's hard. It's really hard when you're going out in public, just seeing things like that. And you get used to it. You're immune to. I mean, I'm immune to most of it now. I mean, it's routine. If it happens, I go and walk away. Then just it's given me a whole sense of responsibility that I think young people should have a very good sense of responsibility. But I mean, you got to do things that most kids your age wouldn't have to do or deal with. And I think that all ends up for the better. From what I've seen, yeah, it does end up for the better. And that's how autism has definitely impacted my life.